we are. Video blog. It's Wednesday, December 15th. Our second in a series of video blogs starting last week. So this will be the second. I say a lot. I like the word because it beats saying fuck, because fuck's a good word to buy you time between other words. So you go, fuck this, fuck that. That's what Pillman used to do. Pillman was notorious. Pillman was actually so brilliant. What a brilliant guy, and he was so funny, but he was notorious for using fuck as the word. It was his bridge between when he was looking for the word he was looking for and what he was already speaking about. And he goes, that fucking fuck. And I used to use that word quite a bit too. But now I still do. I just have chosen to use more. It's more of a meditation. What am I talking about? Oh, okay. I know what I was talking about. This is actually my second take, because the first take I did, it cut me off. Man, I was 10 minutes into that bad boy, and then it chopped me off, and that sucked, because I didn't get to finish the thing, so that sucked. So now I'm retaking it. It wasn't because I was a mess up. It was because it chopped me off, because I have not mastered the whole camera filming thing, because it's very complicated. You turn the camera on, you turn the camera off, but for some reason the camera shut off on its own. I think because I wasn't dilly-dallying with the cursor, and so, you know, because this is when I'm filming it, see there's a camera up there on top of my Mac, and it films me sitting here, and then it's like a photo booth, but you can make it a video. They don't care. And yes, they do care. People do care, wife. And so I wasn't playing with the cursor, and then the computer went to sleep, and it took the end of my film. And I was talking about when I was in Portland. I get complaints that I don't talk enough about wrestling, so I'm going to talk about some wrestling things here. When I was in Portland, I used to love, well, let me rephrase this. One of the things I love about the wrestling business, and I'll come back to Portland, one of the things I love about the wrestling business that a lot of people in the business don't is I like to do personal appearances. I like to go to strange places, meet strange people, and do strange things. And sometimes all at the same time. And a lot of the boys don't like doing personal appearances because, you know, they're on the road enough. They want to be home with their family. But for up until 3-4 years ago, I wasn't married, so I didn't care. You know, I love it because it's just a new experiences for me. And now I still like doing personal appearances. I just don't get to do any because my schedule is nowhere near as heavy as it used to be. I mean, now I do a third of the dates I used to do. But one of the coolest personal appearances I ever went on was I got to fly in the Goodyear blimp, and that was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, you know, you think, wow, it's not that big a deal, but it's pretty cool. One of the appearances I didn't like in Portland, that was in Portland. One of the appearances I didn't like in Portland was I had to go to the Sauerkraut Festival, and which, okay, you think, well, you know, hey, maybe I like sauerkraut. That could be a fun thing. I hate sauerkraut. I hate coleslaw. I hate sauerkraut. I know they're related somehow. They're in cahoots. And I don't like either one of them, frankly. And so it's not bad enough that I have to go to the Sauerkraut Festival, but they made a dunk tank and filled it with sauerkraut juice and sauerkraut. I didn't even know there was sauerkraut juice. So they filled the sauerkraut dunk tank with sauerkraut juice and sauerkraut, and they stuck yours truly in it. And so I'm up on the bleacher thing. He's sitting there on the bench, you know, and the kids have to throw the ball, and if they hit the target, then it junks me into the tank. So none of the kids can throw worth a crap because they just sucked. And they're, you know, a bunch of 7-year-old, nothing happening rugrats. And so I was up there laughing at them going, high and dry, I'm high and dry, just mocking every one of them. And then the kid finally threw a ball and it hit it, but he didn't throw it hard enough, so nothing happened. I was still up there. It was awesome. I was laughing at the kid, and then the kid ran up and hit the thing with his hand and knocked me in anyway. What a scam! That is so unfair. You know, if I would have been able to get out of that dunk tank, I would have knocked that kid goofy. Anyway, so then I kept getting, now every kid thinks it's his prerogative now to, like, what are they, Bobby Brown? And, to run up there and hit the bell and knock me into the dunk tank. So basically I just stayed in the dunk tank because every time I'd climb back up, some kid would come running up and knock me back into the dunk tank. This is a sad, sad day. This is a sad state of affairs. in the world of dunk tankery. I wonder if there's a dunk tank union I can complain to. Statute of limitations probably ran out. Another thing I love about the business is I love all the travel. I really do. I love to go see, I said what I like to do about it. Strange places, strange people, strange things. But I just love to travel because you get to see the world, although it depends how you go, whether it's fun or not. Now, seeing the world with the WWE, not so fun. Because basically you get in the car, you get in the car, you drive to the airport, you get in the plane, you fly to the country, then they put you in a bus, they get you in a bus to the hotel to the gym to the building to wrestle, and then back to the hotel, and then on to the next town. It's no fun. However, indies, it's awesome. Like, a couple of years ago, my good friend Joe Legend, who's one of the sweetest, dearest guys in the business, he got me booked in Moscow in Russia, which was awesome. It was Christmas time. He got me a couple bookings that year. He got me booked in Germany at Christmas time, and then he got me booked in Moscow at Christmas time. So I brought the wife to Germany and to Moscow. So in Germany they have these Christmas markets that are really beautiful, and if you've been to Germany, then you know. If you haven't been, well, then you're shit out of luck, because they what's interesting about Germany and a lot of European cities is the downtown, they block the entire downtown off. And so you can't drive in and out of it, and so you have to walk through it. So it's all outdoor mall-like, basically. And it's really cool. And so, which is nothing, they don't do that in the States here. And, so, it was snowy, there was snow everywhere, and the market was really cool, so I took the wife. But then going to Moscow, that was just freaking beautiful. We get to Moscow the first night, it's snowing, it's like a week before Christmas, and, Joe picks us up, and we go to Red Square, Red Square. What's that? That's what I said, Red Square. We go to Red Square, and it's like snowing, it's really romantic, and the wife was all horny, it was awesome. Anyway, it's just really cool, to travel that way. But, so basically I wrestled 2 shows, I was there for 5 nights, and, they took care of all the room and, the hotel and the airfare and the money, they paid me lots of money. So basically I got paid to be a tourist. It was pretty cool. But yeah, if you're going with a big company, it's not so much fun because you don't get to do any sightseeing, and sightseeing's cool. Although one time, I do have to retract that. One time when, back when I was, Scotty Flamingo, I went to, England with WCW, and me and Mick Foley went in and sat in on a session of Parliament. And, it was a terrible session of Parliament. Nobody was there. And, but they did have the old powdered wigs on, and they were going, all very, pip and, and very, formal and, highbrow and so forth, or whatever. I don't really care. It was a boring session of Parliament. I don't really remember. The things I don't like about the business, single biggest thing I don't like about the business is driving. I hate fucking driving. I cannot stand fucking driving. Hate driving a car. I hate driving. I don't mind driving like local. But anything over 60 miles, forget it. I hate it. Which is weird that I picked this business that involves so much driving because, man, when I got into business, I was driving 2,000 miles a week. You basically, you get up at noon, you go to the gym, 2 o'clock, you start driving, you get there at 6, 4-hour drive, you're there for 3-4 hours for the show, then you drive 4 hours home. It's fucking, it was easier back in the day because I used to drink and do a lot of drugs. So that numbed the boredom, but I don't do that now, and I don't recommend it either, because, I have the insides of an 80-year-old. So far, that's the way it goes. It's in the past. I lost my train of thought. That is another problem with the business is a couple too many chair shots, and you do tend to lose your train of thought occasionally, especially when you speak rapidly like I do, and then, things go woo back and forth, and the ADD doesn't help matters either. So, anyway, but what I don't like about driving is you're stuck in a car, it's claustrophobic, and, it's really, really aggravating, because the only way to get out of the claustrophobia is to, stop the car, but then you're just slowing yourself down, it takes even longer, and it's no fun. Not that I really get claustrophobic, I only get claustrophobic in a closed MRI. But it's not so much claustrophobic as it is anxiety. It makes me anxiety ridden. And I don't like feeling anxiety. Whereas in a plane, I like flying in a plane. Planes are fun, and especially when you're in first class. Coach is okay, but first class is better. And I always get upgraded for free because I'm a platinum medallion, which is the top of the line with Delta. And so, well, usually when I don't, it's very sad. Anyway, but I would much rather fly 150 miles than drive it. That's how pathetic I am. Because at least in a plane, you can get up, you can walk around, you can trip the stewardess, you can yell at her if she doesn't bring you your proper beverage in time, or if the snack foods aren't very good. I don't know why. I prefer being in a plane than a car. And I think I'm rare in that capacity because I think most of the guys would much rather be in a car. You know, it's easier to drive, I think, to them instead of going to the airport and going through security. But hey, everybody's different. So that being said, I got to plug a few things here. I am doing my stand-up comedy tour, December 29th, December 30th, and December 31st with the Reverend Bob Levy, who is an incredible comedian. He was been on Howard Stern for the last 10 years, and it should be a really, really great show. He'll be doing the heavy lifting. I'll be doing the light lifting. And there'll be some other comedians as well. The 29th will be in Staten Island at Looney Tunes, I think it's called. The 30th will be in Clifton Heights, Pennsylvania at Tailgaters. 31st will be at the Ramada Inn in Levittown. And so that's New Year's Eve, so that's going to be a huge monster bash. So come by, come one, come all. Buy your tickets early and often, and just like you vote. And hopefully you'll be there. What else? What else do I got to plug? I think that's it. All right. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next week. And hopefully, I won't get run off the air with pitchforks and flaming torches.